about our topic number 92, use of typedef in C language. So let's move forward. Typedef. So in the previous video we have learned about the structure and the programs related to structure. Now in this video we are going to learn about the typedef. That is the concept that is used in the C language. So let's look at use of typedef in C language. So here is the program in which I am dealing about the typedef. Okay, typedef is actually a reserved keyword. Okay, so here this is the program. So this is a hashtag include studio.h and this is hashtag include conio.h. Studio stands for standard input output header file and conio stands for control input output header file. Okay, so these two are the header files. After the declaration of the header file, I am declaring a variable, you can say, of a typedef, because typedef is used, we can say, to define anything. To define anything in the C language. Therefore, we are using the typedef for defining the integer, for defining the int primitive data type into a variable that is integer. You can name anything here like A, B, C or anything, like I am giving integer here. So actually this primitive data type is going to define by a variable that is integer here. So this is the work of typedef in C language. So you can define your own variable for the integer, for the float value, for the float and for the double. So you can define it. So this is the work of the typedef in C language. So now I am just going to use this concept. I am writing the typedef, which is the reserved keyword. This is the primitive data type that I am using in int, and this is the variable for the typedef. So int, if we write integer there, it means the C compiler understand it int primitive data type. Okay. So this is the work of the typedef. After this, use the semicolon here. This is the required part. Okay. Then after that, moving here that about the main function, and you can see here the return type of main function is void. So it is not going to return any value here. Okay. After, then I am just opening the main function here, and you can see the three variable here that a, comma b, comma and add. We can say these are the three variables that I am using with the concept of typedef. You can see here I am using the integer variable because integer variable is the typedef variable, which means it contains int value here. So int is a primitive data type and it is going to be converted into integer with the help of a typedef. So we can define our own variables according to any primitive data type. Okay, like integer here, you can also use float, double. Okay, so I am just using integer a, comma b, comma add. So I am declaring the three variable of integer data type. Okay. After then I am using the clr function here. So it means it is used to clear the screen. Okay. After then I am printing the value. After then I am printing some of the messages through the printf function. Here you can see I have defined you about the printf function that it is used to display message on the screen. Therefore I am using the concept that enter two numbers. So user will see this and they will enter two number, and that number is going to be stored in the two variable that I have declared here. And that number should be integer only because I have declared here. You can see here int, which is defined integer here. So this is the main working, we can say, the use of typedef. You can define your own data type with the help of typedef. Okay, reserved keyword. Okay, so here whatever the value that is user has given us, that is going to be stored in the a and b variable, and with the help of scanf, then I am adding these two variables, and after the addition I am just assigning that value into the add variable. Add variable is also an integer type variable. You can see here. After this I am just using the printf concept to display the sum of two number, and because the two number is stored, we can say is assigned in the add variable, therefore I am writing add here. So this is going to be replaced with this format specifier, and the number is going to be printed down on the screen. So this is the main working principle of the typedef, or we can say the use of typedef in C language. We can define our own variable of primitive data types. Okay. So here is the output. User has given the two number, that is 5630. So you can see the sum of two number is going to be 86. Now, here is another program in which I am dealing with the concept of the typedef. This is really going to help you. Okay. With the help of a structure, I am going to define it, and how we can use the typedef in structure. So here is that. First of all, I have to declare that is hashtag include studio.h and hashtag include conio.h. These two are the header files. Studio stand for standard input output header files, and conio stand for control input output header files. After the declaration of these two header files, you need to specify here the structure, because I am going to use the concept of typedef with the structure here. So I have already told you about the structure in the previous lecture, that you can create your own data type with the help of structure. So I am creating our own data type. You can see here I am using the structure concept, that struct is a reserved keyword, and this is the structure name. Okay, and structure name I am using is the result. So this is the data type of a result structure. After this I am just opening the structure here, and you can see the enroll number, which is the variable s name, which is actually containing 50 size in it, and program, that is you means electronic programming, that is containing 30 size in it, and cpp, Java contains of a float data type, s name and program of a character data type, and in roll underscore number is of long integer data type. So we are creating different data types, and this is done by using the concept of a structure that we have already learned in the previous videos. Okay, so this is our own data type that we have created. Okay, then finally I am using the concept of a typedef here, because this is going to use the concept of a typedef, that how we can use the concept of a typedef in structure. So you need to define typedef, because typedef help you to define anything in C language. Therefore I am using the typedef structure, we can say typedef reserved keyword, then struct result. Struct result is actually this thing, means structure data type of result, and I am assigning that whole thing in the result variable. So actually if we write result, it means we are writing struct result. Understand? So this is the main use of the typedef in C language. Okay. So here you can see that I am writing a void main. This is a main function. Okay, and main execute in C language. Okay. After the declaration of main, I am declaring here the result as a capital R. So whatever the value result contain, that is going to be replaced with the capital R. So if we write capital R, it means I am writing everything of result, and result contain struct result, means it contain each and every data type of result structure, result data type that we have created through the help of structure, and we can say this is our own data type because we have created. Okay. So after this I am just using the two variable, that is total and age, that is the aggregate. Okay. So total comma age. So this is of a type float data type. Okay. After this I am using the concept that is the rem remarks, and in remarks I am using a variable here and of a character data type which contain this value. Okay. Then after then I am using the concept of CLR function. So its work is to clear the screen. Okay. Then after that I am using the printf function. So insert student result here will be display on the screen. And after then I am using the concept that user is going to enter some of the enroll number, and that number I am going to store in the result of the enroll number, because R contains the result, and because the result is actually a Typedef variable which contains the struct result. It means it contains each and every member of result data type that we have created. So we can access enroll underscore number or any member of this data type with the help of this variable, that is capital R. So I am just accessing R dot enroll. So whatever the user gives the number as the enrollment number, that is going to be stored in the R dot enroll underscore number. And you can see here with the help of a scanf function, because the scanf function help us to accept a value from the keyboards, and therefore you can see whatever the number given by the user as the enrollment number, that is going to be stored in the R dot enroll number, means in enroll number. Then after that I am printing enter student name. Okay, so user is going to enter some of the student name. So enter student name. Then I am using the concept of gets function here. So gets function is actually same as the scanf function. Okay, so it is used to get a strings from the we can say user. Get a string from the user. So I am actually getting that student name from the user. So whatever the student is going to enter their name, that is going to be stored in the r.sname. And we have to know about the fact that R is a variable of result data type. So result is also a variable of Typedef which contains struct result here. So it can access each and every member of this result data type. So it can access also sname. Therefore I can access an array which is a character data type in result whose size is 15. So I can also access sname. Okay, so therefore I am using and accessing the sname here with the help of a variable that is capital R here. So R dot sname is going to be placed with it. Means if the user has given some of the student name, then it is going to be assigned in the R dot sname, means in our own data type. Okay. Then after that enter enrolled in the program. So user is going to enter the enroll program, means they can use C, C++ or Java also. They can choose C only, they can choose Java only. So with the help of that I am using enter marks obtained in C, C++, Java respectively. So that is going to be stored here in the r.c, in the r.cpp, in the r.java with the help of scanf function. Then after that I am submitting all the value, we can say adding up all the value that is stored in the r.c, r.cpp and r.java, and after the summation I am just assigning that whole value into the total variable. After this I am using the concept to find the aggregation, or we can say aggregate marks by you can say percentage. Okay. So total into 100 divided by 300. Total into 100 divided by 300 is the aggregate marks. So that is going to be stored in the aggregate. After this calculation, that is going to be stored in the aggregate variables. And here you can see if r dot c is greater than equal to 14 and operator, you are seeing logical and operator, and r dot cpp is greater than equal to 14, logical and operator, and r.java is greater than equal to 14, then strcpy, it is the string handling function. Okay, I will talk to you about these all things. Okay, so its work is to copy the strings. So whatever the value that is going to be stored here, that is going to be copied here in the rem variable, because rem is a an array that I have declared here. That is going to be copied here in the REM variable. Okay. And if the aggregate marks is greater than or equal to 90, it means excellent is going to be placed here in the array of remarks. Here you can see I have given remarks of 50 size. It means array of character data type of 15 size. So I am just using the concept of string handling here, so that this excellent is going to be transferred in this remarks. strcpy means I am copying the strings. So whatever the value is going to be here, that is going to be stored here in the REM, we can say array. Okay. Then else if aggregate is greater than or equal to 80 and as I have told you about the logical and that if both the condition is true, then this statement will execute. Okay. So if both the condition is true, then very good is going to be copy in the REM. Okay. Otherwise, this statement is true, then this is going to be copy in the remarks. So this is what the use of Typedef. You can see here the concept that handles the structure of a C language. So after then I am just printing all the things that is required, that displaying student results, so enrollment number, student name, enrolled in the program, marks obtained in C, marks obtained in the CPP, marks obtained in the Java, then total marks obtained, then aggregate marks, then grade remarks, because we have used these all the concept and the logics, and that is going to print on the monitor, we can say the command prompt of the C language. So you can see here the output that displaying a student. So whatever the user has given, her enroll number and name, and we can say the program, it was n marks obtained in all the subjects. I'm just going with the, because this is given by the user, and after this is the calculation part that I have done in our program, that it gives 240 after the calculation and after aggregate marks, then the grade has been transferred here. Very good, because our logic has worked greatly to complete the task that we have required to do. So this was the, we can say, the use of Typedef, or we can say the proper use of a Typedef variable, we can say proper use of the Typedef reserved keyword in C language. So this was all about the use of Typedef. So thanks for watching. Dhanyavad.